Okay, so this kid asked me for Skittles, but I had just finished them. So he stared at me like this for the entire flight. Oh, sweet Jesus. Lindsay, please leave me alone. Let me have my privacy.
Let me in.
Now, Lindsay, we talked about this. You can't put notes under here.
Let me smell your poop.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Honey, come collect your daughter. Mom checks on daughters because they were quiet and finds them eating a cockroach. I guess this goes to prove that silent kids means, horrible activities. Something has gone wrong, or they're getting into something that they shouldn't be getting into. Alright guys, what is the most $1 has ever gotten you? 8 quarters from my brother. I don't know how long it'll take, but he'll realize one day. He'll figure it out. My little brother wanted it to be night so bad that he walked out and said, Dark, come to me. And then he asked me why it didn't work. Oh, well, it's simple. It's because your brother didn't have enough chakra. Alright, so what is the most unhygienic thing you have ever done? Alright, I guess I'll start. As a kid, don't know why, but I took a swig from a random soda can left at the sink in a public laundromat. Turns out it had been used as an ashtray and probably as a dip spittoon. Oh god, that's I'm so sorry for you. Ugh. Alright, so when I was 6, I made a Pop Tropica character, and the oldest age you could pick was 15. And I distinctly remember saying, good thing nobody lives that long. Oh lord. Okay, so my 8-year-old asked me where Mississippi was, and I told him to Google it. This was his search. Aw, it says Mississippi. Look. Oh, that's just adorable, but you gotta teach him the trick. You have to teach him the song, that MISSISSIPPI. Oh my god, I will never mess up the state name of Mississippi ever again after learning that in like 2nd grade. My son asked me what year I was born, and I said 1974, and he asked if I was a slave. Children under 3, products containing small parts. Yo, I did this in my childhood. Okay, so when riding a bike twice, I was trying to see if I could judge everything in my mind well enough to navigate the world after closing my eyes. Spoiler alert, I couldn't. It ended about 10 seconds into the time I rode, and I rode straight into a parked V-Bug. And the second time, I was down a flight of concrete stairs and into a cinder block wall. Still have the scar across my forehead. Oh my goodness, I was working with the boy this evening, and we weren't sure how to spell swimming, so please send help and make sure to read the whole list. Hashtag first grader rocks. Okay, so we have the regular spelling of swimming, makes sense. Then you have swimming, which, is close, just missing an M. And then you have swimming, just missing almost a good, oh, okay, oh, My dad tells people this one all the time, and I vaguely remember it happening myself. When I was around 4 to 5 years old, I was in Sunday school and the service just ended. The teacher told the kids to sit down while we waited for our parents. My parents come and I'm dragging a chair behind me. My parents asked me what I was doing, and I replied with, "That lady told me to take a seat." Yo, some little kid wouldn't stop crying at church today because his mom wouldn't let him poke his brother's eyes out with a ring of keys. Yo, I remember one time when I was little, I was about to take a shower and I was about to fart, so I turned around so I could see the fart cloud, but there wasn't one, so I sat down and started crying for a few minutes. When I was 10, I was next to a campfire burning marshmallows and stuff, and I saw this burning plank next to the campfire. I thought it would be a good idea to step on the plank and stop the fire, so I did, and then the nail that was on the plank went through my foot. When I was little, I used to hide under my bed sheets, like most kids would do, because they thought ghosts or monsters would get them. But me, I thought Thomas the Train was going to take me away and eat me. An 11-year-old drove 200 miles alone to live with a man he met on Snapchat, police say.
I have several questions.
Okay, hold up. How in the world does an 11-year-old know how to drive? I had an idea of how a car worked when I was 11, but I did not know how to drive by myself. That's my first question. 2, does this 11-year-old have parents of any competency? Like, literally, do you have competent parents? Because, oh my god, my parents knew where I was, like, at all times of the day, all the way up until I was an adult. All the way through my whole life with them, they knew where I was. How? I was once at a pool party across the street when I was younger, and once we were done, I took off my swimsuit in front of the family and ran across the street back to my house butt naked, like a baller. When I was 3, I was obsessed with Dora, and one day I was at my grandma and grandpa's house, and I ominously yelled, "You'll never find it now," in their doorway before walking away. They were terrified until they realized I was quoting Swiper. Yo, when I was a kid, I thought bottled water could go bad. Like, just bottled water. Like, not even any other water. Alright, if you guys are a little bit confused about what you're looking at, don't worry, I got you. I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at is a 12-year-old's attempt at writing a, work contract for his parents and grandparents for mowing the lawn. He wants to be paid $1,300 for 14 days. Yup. Do you understand if I presented my parents with a contract for work, I not only get to do the work, but I don't get to be paid anymore? One day when I was 3, my grandma offhandedly mentioned that she needed milk for her oatmeal at breakfast. I'm not quite sure what happened between that and her going to take a shower, but when she went to the bathroom, I decided that it would be nice for me to grab my tricycle and ride it to King Soopers a few blocks away. What my tiny brain didn't take into account was that 1, I was only in my diaper, 2, my neighborhood was right next to 4-lane street with a decently fast speed limit, and I managed to get my front wheel over the curb before a neighbor boy and his dad grabbed me and took me back home. I don't remember what happened after that, but my mom says that my grandma nearly had a heart attack, and also it was one of the few times my mom has ever seen my grandma nearly cry. In my defense, I just wanted to be a good child and help my mama. As a child, I used to believe that the difference between crocodiles and alligators was that alligators walk on 2 legs. Jesus Christ, that has gotta be the most terrifying thing I have ever imagined. Could you, Jesus, like, the face is still like facing up, like the whole head's facing up, but they just peer down at you and grab you and like maul you. Oh my God. When I was, I'd say, 3 years old, I found this dead bumblebee, and I stared at it for days. And when my parents came into my room, they found wings on my chin, and they asked me what happened to it, and I said, I ate it. Yep, yeah, she just met Barack Obama. I know, what a tragedy, right? What a horrible event. Oh my God. My daughter in college texted me and asked where to go get air in her tires. I told her the gas station, and I swear on all that is holy, her response was, I only have $88 in my bank account. Well, it costs more than that. Throwback Thursday to when my fish that lived for 3 years died, and I didn't have a picture with it, so I made my mom take one. My kid had to draw his favorite food at school today, so he drew a thick, juicy steak. Yup. It's definitely that and nothing else. My little brother said to me one day, if you eat boneless wings, you're probably a vegetarian. Yo, what should I say? My 4-year-old son was brushing his teeth last night, and I noticed he had drawn on the wall in the other room. I called his name, and he yelled back, I didn't draw on the wall! All I did was say his name. Kids are terrible liars.
I want to do that. What else? Oh gosh, are you gonna do the worm? Wait, which one? Wait.
I didn't tell him.
Wait, which one is that? Are you okay? Did he hurt himself?
So, I just remember when I was about 5 years old, I used to play a game in which I was a giraffe. That would be fine, but my dumb self licked the walls and made weird sounds. That was the game. I was just a stupid kid. What's up everybody, it's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like if you liked the video, and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you can get my notifications every time. And I'm being deadly serious about that bell, man, because you know how YouTube is. So seriously, if you are subscribed, if you're an old viewer, make sure you hit that bell so you get my notifications every time so you can watch the content that you subscribed for. If you guys have any video requests, subreddits, anything like like that. If you want to see some content, let me know in the comments down below. You guys know I'm open to essentially everything. And as always, I gotta thank the Patreon supporters, so thank you to Finny, Pro Cookie, Mia, Lucy, and Unholy Trio. Without their support, we can't do what we do here, and it's greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel in any way, there's 2 links in the description, one on my merch store and one on my Patreon. Both funds go directly to the channel, make sure we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty!